Why would something as terrifying as the five hells be linked to the pursuit of immortality? Doesn't eternal life seem more like peace, not torture? I'm Kim, and this is Hung Channel.
Throughout history, the quest for immortality has driven emperors and mystics alike to defy death. From Qin Shi Huang's search for the elixir of life to the mystical teachings of Taoism, the pursuit of eternal life takes many forms. But is immortality truly about living forever, or is it a deeper spiritual transformation? Join me as we uncover the secrets of Taoist Immortality Cultivation, the dark practices of sorcerers, and the trials that test both body and soul on the path to enlightenment. Chapter 1. From Immortality to Taoist Cultivation. The desire for immortality has been a pursuit of humanity since ancient times. In China, this dream not only appears in mythological tales, but also became the goal of many emperors throughout history. The first emperor, Qin Shi Huang's search for immortality symbolizes this longing. Believing in eternal life, Qin Shi Huang ordered the Taoist alchemist Su Fu to sail eastward in search of the immortal Panglai mountain, hoping to find the elixir of life. However, Su Fu never returned, revealing humanity's helplessness in the face of death and emphasizing the inevitability of mortality. With the rise of Taoism, this yearning for immortality was transformed into the core philosophy of Taoist cultivation. Taoist immortality is not merely about prolonging the body, but more importantly, about the ascension of the soul. Rather than being a physical immortality, Taoist cultivation is a spiritual pursuit, seeking the immortal life of the soul. Taoism promotes the harmony of body and mind and unity with the universe, which allows practitioners to find inner peace and merge with all things in nature. Taoist cultivation is not about physical immortality, but requires practitioners to abandon attachment to fame, fortune, and desires, achieving an eternal state of the soul. This transformation stems from a profound understanding and transcendence of life and death, focusing on the elevation of the inner world and self-cultivation. Chapter 2. The dark cultivation methods of Jianghu sorcerers and alchemists. Not all Taoist practitioners follow the righteous path. Jianghu sorcerers and alchemists sometimes use Taoist symbols, feng shui, and divination techniques to achieve their own goals. The methods of cultivation not only deviate from the core teachings of Taoism, but often exploit the fears, greed, and weaknesses of the practitioners to control them. These sorcerers and alchemists' dark practices often lure practitioners with enticing promises and false Taoist teachings. The tactics of these sorcerers are highly deceptive. They use the illusion of immortality to mislead practitioners onto the wrong path. These sorcerers often rely on external methods like alchemy and talismans to gain energy or control others. Their cultivation process focuses not on inner spiritual elevation, but on using external forces to reach the so-called immortal state. Unlike the orthodox Taoist practice of internal alchemy, these dark practices fail to achieve self-transcendence and may lead practitioners into deeper suffering and entanglement. As Taoism emphasizes Wu Wei, non-action, these Jianghu sorcerers' methods are products of Yu Wei, action, which ultimately fail to embody the true Taoist spirit and never achieve genuine immortality. Chapter 3. 5 Hells to Immortality. It is said that the five hells to immortality is an extreme concept in Taoist cultivation, symbolizing the intense trials a practitioner must endure to attain immortality. These trials include the ice hell, fire pit hell, intestine pulling hell, heart gouging hell, and tongue extraction hell. Each trial pushes the practitioner's body and mind to the limit. In some films, these trials are vividly depicted as central elements of horror narratives. However, these hellish trials are not mere physical torment. They also carry deep psychological and spiritual challenges. For example, the ice hell symbolizes the practitioner's battle with inner coldness and fear. The fire pit hell represents the crucible of emotions and desires. The intestine pulling hell reveals the practitioner's inner darkness. The heart gouging hell symbolizes the sacrifice of emotions and letting go. And the tongue extraction hell signifies the need to rid oneself of all falseness. Only by undergoing these extreme tests can practitioners gradually purify themselves, letting go of attachment to life and death, and attain the state of an immortal. These trials are not only physical torments, but also spiritual tempering. Each challenge forces the practitioner to confront their shadow side, overcome their inner fears and desires, and ultimately achieve self-transcendence. Through the five hells to immortality, the practitioner learns to transcend death, achieve harmony of body and mind, and reach the state of immortality. Chapter 4. From Five Peaks to Five Hells to Immortality. In Taoism, the five peaks represent the five sacred mountains of heaven, symbolizing the divine forces and natural powers. East Peak Taishan, West Peak Huashan, Central Peak Songshan, North Peak Hengshan, and South Peak Hengshan. These mountains are not only sacred to Taoist practitioners, but are also essential for achieving self-transcendence. The concept of the five peaks originates from ancient Chinese cosmology, where each mountain represents a different element of the five phases. Wuxing. Practitioners cultivate on these mountains, seeking harmony with the universe. In Taoist cultivation, the journey through the five peaks is not just about physical immortality, but about spiritual ascension and purification. However, in modern interpretations, the similarity between the Chinese characters for peak and hell has led to confusion, resulting in a misinterpretation of the five peaks as the five hells. Some cult branches have extreme views, associating the suffering in cultivation with hellish tests, mixing the concepts of the five peaks and the trials of hell, thus forming the misconception of five hells to immortality. In fact, the five peaks to immortality emphasizes the practitioner's integration with nature. Through communication with the forces of heaven and earth, the practitioner enhances their Taoist power, ultimately achieving spiritual transcendence. The misunderstanding of the five hells to immortality exaggerates this process, focusing on the extreme physical and mental test, thus reflecting the distortions in people's understanding of Taoist cultivation. Chapter 5. The Three Corpse Spirits. In Taoism, the three corpse spirits are considered the parasitic spirits that dwell within the human body, often called three worms or three penances. They are one of the major obstacles in Taoist cultivation. The three corpse spirits reside in the practitioner's head, chest, and lower body, and on every Genshin day, they report the practitioner's transgressions to the heavens. The existence of the three corpse spirits symbolizes the practitioner's desires and fears. Only by eliminating these desires can a practitioner reach higher levels of cultivation. It is said that the three corpses are three evil spirits that follow the practitioner closely, causing mental confusion, spiritual instability, and even calamities if not driven out. The elimination of the three corpse spirits is a critical step in Taoist cultivation. Practitioners must go through internal alchemy to eliminate the evil energy within their bodies, which would expel the three corpse spirits. This process symbolizes the battle with the practitioner's inner darkness. Only by completely letting go of attachment to material desires and emotions can true harmony and ascension be achieved. Chapter 6. The definition and misunderstanding of Taoist immortality cultivation. In conclusion, Taoist immortality cultivation is not merely about physical immortality, it is a process of spiritual and mental ascension. The essence of Taoist cultivation lies in Wu Wei, non-action, and Wu Yu, non-desire. By cultivating a clear mind, letting go of material attachments, and achieving harmony with the universe, practitioners ultimately attain the immortal existence of the soul. However, there are many misconceptions about Taoist cultivation in modern society. Many people equate cultivation with the pursuit of physical immortality, ignoring the deeper philosophical and spiritual aspects behind it. Taoist cultivation is not simply about seeking eternal life. It is about transcending the physical realm and achieving unity with the cosmos. The true goal of cultivation is to free the mind and spirit and achieve harmony with all beings, which is the true meaning of immortality.
I'm Kim. Please subscribe, like, and share. And stay with me. You will never face the dark unknown.